Hello traders and welcome to another video analysis. Today is Wednesday 24th of the February 2021. Let's take a look at the Forex calendar because it looks like there is something interesting going on for Wednesday. So as you can see, we got the official cash rate and the rate statement from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand produced already at 2 o'clock in the night, and the cash rate had not been changed. So it's still 0.25%. Of course, there was a monetary policy statement and there was a press conference, all made between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's the main news from the Tokyo session. As you can see, 8 o'clock, we had GDP from Germany released, and it looks like the fourth quarter GDP was better than the forecast because it was at the level of 0.3 versus the 0.1%. So the GDP is now better in the fourth quarter in the Germany. There isn't anything else during the London session to be released. Basically, at 11 o'clock we have some first speeches from the people in the UK. NPC member Andy Haldane will speak at 1 o'clock. 3:30 there is a parliamentary hearing to the monetary policy report, and there is a speech from the Governor Andrew Bailey, Ben Broadbent, and the other people from the Bank of England. So that might be interesting for all of you who trade British pound, because there will be some hearing. They will have to explain their actions, and please remember there is still a high level of pandemic infections in the UK and all over the world. Right, so that's basically the beginning of the New York session, and during the New York session there isn't much data for today as well. The new home sales are scheduled for 4 o'clock. Then we have another speech from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. We have crude oil inventories 4:30, and then of course we had another speeches from Lyle Braindead, Richard Claida, and then at the end of the day, 8:10, the governor of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, Adrian Orr, will give a speech. So basically, this is how it looks like. Plenty of speeches, plenty of hearings. So let's see on the charts. Maybe they will have some influence on the price action. Maybe they will trigger some event because of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand official cash rate data. Delivered during the night. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, the New Zealand dollar had broken out from this triangle formation that had been quite a long, produced long in the time, about 1 month. And since then, they tested the 7,168 pips level and went off higher. So it looks like this wave, apparently here, looks like a wave 4. This correction inside of this triangle looks like a wave 4. Why? Because it's very typical for the wave 4 to produce a triangle in a form of a pattern of the correction, and then of course we have a breakout higher. This breakout looks basically very, very impulsive. So where we are heading? We are heading towards 7,393. This is the next big technical resistance for the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, we got the technical support right now, 7,313. So that's the key technical support for the New Zealand dollar. Very nice candle here. So it looks like we are going to continue this up move towards 7,393. Please take a look on the RSI. The RSI is hitting the level of 70, which means this is overbought level, right? So the market conditions are overbought, and if this is the top for the wave 3, if this triangle is the wave 4, and if this is the wave 5, that means we are about to make some corrections in the New Zealand dollar. So please keep an eye on the current developings on the New Zealand dollar. If we are talking about the New Zealand dollar, we need to say a word about the Australian dollar as well, despite the lack of the news. So the recent swing high made on the 6th of January 2021 had been violated, right? We got a breakout, and we made another day of the rally, and then you can see here this is kind of an interesting candle. Looks like a dodgy candle to me, and then of course we have a down day. So it looks like this candle here is now very similar to dodgy or shooting star candles. So if this candle will become red, well, we might have some sort of the suspicion that this whole move up might be simply completed, right? So the recent high has been made here, 7,946. Please pay attention to this level. All of these red levels are right now the green levels, of course, because it's now technical support. So the current support, the key support is 7,822 on the Australian dollar, but again, we are trading in overbought market conditions. The RSI hit 70 points already, so please expect some sort of the correction on the Australian dollar. Otherwise, the trend is still up. So that was the Australian dollar. Let's take a look at the euro to the British pound because of the hearings in the British Parliament and speeches from the Bank of England officials. As you can see, we just broke below this long-term trendline support. All of these levels here are now technical resistance, including this one, the last one located at 8,671. Each of it is officially an technical resistance. Right now we got a breakout. This is the last candle we got. Extremely oversold market on a daily time frame chart. Traders are selling euro, buying British pound, and the recent low was made at 8,539. As you possibly remember, do I have my targets for the downside? I think I've made my targets to the downside, but they are very low, because the next target for the euro is somewhere here. Those are the lows of 2019. This is the next target. This is the support. Let's make it big. Let's make it green. Let's make it thick, right? This is the important technical support from 2019, around the level of 8,277. So there is still around 300 pips to go for the euro versus the British pound. So please pay attention to this market as well. We are going lower, and there is no visible indication of a trend termination. Expect this kind of a very oversold market conditions. So not really a good situation for anyone who is a bull on this market. If we will do the channel here, right, you can see that we slide out of the channel as well, which usually means some sort of the acceleration, and I think we got this acceleration on the euro to the British pound already. So that's very interesting what is going on the British pound. And let's just take a look on the British pound to Japanese yen. As you can see, we fly off above the level of 145.3. so this is now invalid. This level is now the key technical support, so that is green. That is green now, and of course, please pay attention to the fact that we are out of the channel, and right now we are trending inside of this acceleration channel. We hit 150 and 148.89 was the technical resistance. So let's see where we at. Yes, that was the other target, but we already violated this one, and as you can see, this is the latest one, 148.89. The next one is somewhere around here, which is 149.54. So basically this one has been violated as well. The next target for the British pound is 153.76. that's the next target, next main target for the British pound. Of course, we have to pay attention to the extremely overbought market conditions. It looks like everyone likes British pound. Everyone likes British pound. People are buying it. Traders are buying it, despite the fact that the market conditions are already overstretched, overbought. So please pay attention to these levels: 148.89, 149.77, and 150. There might be some sort of the correction on the daily time frame chart of a British pound to Japanese yen. So of course it will be correction inside of the uptrend. There is no indication of trend termination on British pound to the Japanese yen yet. So that's everything for me for today. I think I've covered all of the important charts that might be influenced by the news or by the market behavior. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.